The video is familiar. An armed drone hovers above a suspected Taliban stronghold. A grainy picture collapses as shock waves blast back on the camera. Similar civilian cousins of military drones will soon be flying in American airspace. This despite safety questions and privacy concerns.
Safety is our first priority, and we understand that unmanned aircraft are on the horizon. In fact, they're pretty much a tsunami headed for the front porch.
What concerns many is the so-called lost link scenario, where the ground controller loses contact with the drone. The wandering vehicle then becomes a potential deadly threat to a commercial aircraft in the same airspace.
We have to develop onboard sensors, radars, and other sensors that will alert the aircraft to an impending air intruder, an mid-air collision, and maneuver to avoid that collision before it ever even happens.
Under recent legislation, Congress mandated the FAA publish rules for unmanned vehicle systems by September 2015. The Department of Homeland Security already operates a small fleet of Reaper drones along the Canadian and Mexican borders. Drones come in many sizes, from the high-flying Global Hawk with its 116-foot wingspan to a hummingbird-like drone that weighs less than a AA battery. Potential civilian users include power companies monitoring transmission lines, farmers checking on crops or cattle, and oil companies inspecting pipelines and oil spills. But the biggest benefit will be in law enforcement. Unmanned vehicle systems are much cheaper than fuel for a helicopter and a pilot paycheck. Plus, the long endurance of drones is ideal for tracking fugitives or searching for missing children. All selling points for the Shadowhawk unmanned aerial system. Options include a 40mm grenade launcher and a 12-gauge shotgun mounted on the aerial platform. As safety measures, the Shadowhawk is equipped with a Kevlar fuel tank and a transponder to avert a near miss. Headquartered outside Houston, Texas, Vanguard Defense Systems is engaged in a demonstration project with the nearby Sheriff's Department.
So with the aircraft, you can put that aircraft up at 400 or 500 feet, be able to scan the area for other individuals, and again contain it more visibly from the air than you could from the ground.
Along with this new police tool comes heightened privacy concerns. Can a department send up a drone just for aerial surveillance?
We would like to see rules on law enforcement organizations that basically limit their use to when the police have a warrant or have, reason to believe that there's evidence of a crime that they would be able to detect using the drones.
What standards for flight the FAA writes and how the courts address privacy issues will determine how crowded the airspace becomes in the next decade. Tom Ritchie, Associated Press.